Hello, Phil. Phil, just a minute. Phil, stop. We made the terms of the agreement very clear to them yesterday afternoon. And now I'm 1,000,000 miles away in the mountains, on the way to Dr. Wheelwright to deliver their equipment to him. Before which, I might add, I will be engaged in rock collecting, or hunting, or whatever you like to call it. Which, by the way, is the one thing that accounts for what sanity is left in my throbbing head. Now, if you feel you can't deal with them, just explain to them that I'll be back first thing Monday morning, and we'll pat their little heads, and they'll feel all better, okay? Well, folks, here I am on Saturday, just like always, scavenging for pretty rocks. The difference is that today, instead of turning around and heading back home, as I would normally be doing about this time, I will instead be going all the way to Summit Peak Observatory, about 10 miles from here. This is what I was discussing with my lame brain associate Phil a while ago. By the way, I do apologize for how I sounded when I was talking to him. I'm not usually like that. It's just that Phil is kind of a lame brain. So, now shortly I'll be meeting with this Dr. Wheelwright to deliver the equipment our clients built for him, and which has been at the center of all this trouble. I suppose I should tell you a little about this Wheelwright and his experiment. Actually, you probably already heard of him. Dr. Eben Wheelwright? He's big, famous, front cover of Newsweek. In fact, tonight's the night, and I'm right in the middle of it, hauling this thing all the way up the mountain to him. What is this thing, you ask? The Observatron. The Wheelwright Observatron. Apparently Doc, everyone calls him Doc, attaches this thing to the 6-meter telescope up at the observatory. And then do you know what he does? He looks. That's right. He looks at the universe. Now here's the part I don't quite understand. It's Doc's theory that how we look at the universe, in other words, how we observe or measure it, determines the actual structure of the universe. I mean everything around us. I guess that means the Wheelwright Observatron, when it's hooked up to a telescope, is a new way to observe everything. A different way. Now, here's the $100 million question. Is the point of Doc's experiment to see whether or not everything changes when he attaches this thing to the telescope? I know what you're all thinking. You're going to be witnessing what might very well be the most important scientific experiment in the history of mankind. Well, I've got some bad news for you. First of all, Doc won't get things going until well after midnight. Second, no one, including myself, is invited. I'm just dropping this thing off, and then I'll be heading back down the hill. Only Doc and a couple of his assistants will be taking part. Sorry.